Hello and welcome back to Digital Assets Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. Malicious KMS Pico installers steal your cryptocurrency wallets. So threat actors are distributing altered KMS Pico installers to infect Windows devices with malware that steals cryptocurrency wallets. This activity has been spotted by researchers at Red Canary, who warn the pirating software to save on licensing cost isn't worth the risk. So again, guys, be careful. I believe, we are so close. These things are going to continue because they know what the value will soon be, and they're doing everything they can to get it for free. Diving into the next article, Bitcoin miners say they're helping to fix the broken Texas electric grid, and Ted Cruz agrees. The Texas power grid is struggling, and Republican Senator Ted Cruz thinks Bitcoin has the power to fix it. The grid is called ERCOT, so short for the Electric Reliability Council of Texas, which is the organization tasked with operating it. ERCOT powers about 90% of the state to run smoothly. The grid requires a perfect balance between supply and demand. So Ethereum gas fees exceed 1,000 GUI while traders panic sold their holdings. Ethereum traders have pumped up prices again. And again, right now we're kind of going through a little bumpy phase, so we'll see how this goes. I still really believe it's not going to fall off cycle when this year was perfectly on cycle for all of the other coins to go into a bull run. And again, the only ones really left to set a new all-time high for this year and this cycle, as I've stated for the past, since 2018, were XRP and XLM. So basically, I guess you could narrow that down to about 98% correct so far. So we'll see if I can get the other two through and cross the finish line before the year. But again, coin burning and community, how the Shiba Inu crypto can reach $1. This headline definitely caught my attention because, again, this is our wild card. Shiba Inu is a force to be reckoned with in the crypto space. And what's the next big catalyst for the pup coin? And then as you get down into the article just a bit, they're stating at first glance, SHIB doesn't look like a currency that deserves to rank within the top 15 in the world. Talk to a member of the SHIB crypto community, though, and they might change your mind. And so questions and requests often take shape here as well. Community members have questions like, what's the next step for the development of the token? One of the most burning questions is, what will it take for SHIB to reach $1? Indeed, Shiba Inu bulls, like those of any other kind of digital currency, want to see their token reach the dollar mark. And it's a signal of success. The price is low enough to invite anybody to invest, but high enough to prove legitimacy to any doubters. My only thought of that is no matter what happens with Shiba Inu, it still has a much lower supply than an infinite supply of Doge. Doge got up to 73 cents, and Shiba Inu has a greater chance and capability and possibility of exceeding that previous all-time high, as it's already being used in so many different things and has a higher use case and value already than Dogecoin. And again, an infinite supply versus, actually, I'm not even sure exactly what the number is because no one has been keeping it up to date on CoinMarketCap, as well as the Shiba Inu community continues to push for that to stay up to date because Shiba Inu burns their supply as well. And again, there's a huge new, $1 trillion market place they're just, as we discussed earlier in the video, they're just going to be moving into. So that, I think that's pretty significant as well. But the SEC chief calls for centralization of crypto exchanges and says, work with us. And then that's kind of been the theory of many discussions, what's going on with, the attack on, for example, Coinbase and Ripple. Are they trying to push for the other decentralized to be a little bit more centralized, as Ripple is versus the other options? Or are they trying to show now with the XRPL having a few issues that it's a little more decentralized? Back and forth in different conversations, trying to see where this is leading. But I guess we'll find out a little bit more from now until probably either, if they don't finish up before the end of the year, they're going to have this completed before the end of spring. So again, we'll follow that and see how it goes, because even just that alone, when that court case ends, I think we're going to significantly see, if not immediately, the price of XRP begin to rise. Also, too, Miami is to use PlanetWatch and Algorand for air quality monitoring, and PlanetWatch has been tapped to deploy a network of air quality sensors around the city to monitor the concentration of air pollution. On top of that, New York Mayor-elect Eric Adams envisions crypto paychecks for all, and that's where this is going to coincide and collide with the waging war on cryptocurrency would be a big mistake for the Democrats. As former Maryland Representative Albert Wen, now senior director at Greenberg Traurig, assesses the current animosity by some in the Democratic Party for the rise of cryptocurrency and other digital assets, he argues that millions of people involved in the fintech movement span the political spectrum and across demographic groups, and Democrats should not overreach and turn innovators into opponents. And to add, the Maryland Representative Albert Wen is also a Democrat, and that's party to party on the same party line. So if he's seeing that, I think he's seeing something that would be very severe, because I think the crypto community around the world, as we see here, BOA governor says regulated central bank digital currency is a preferred option. And again, I believe that will be on some sort of, fintech, I'm blanking, digital asset, but again, which still would coincide, as opposition to the last article as well. So Andrew Bailey acknowledges there would be issues around privacy and management of personal data in any new system. Also, to the execs from 6 crypto firms to testify December 8th before the House panel. So that's, for here, it's the end of the day almost already. So going into the 6th, and some of you who are already listening to this are already into your mornings and afternoons on December 6th. So 2 more days from now, and then we're going to hear the executives for the House panel. And then again, we're going to hear the Circle CEO Jeremy Allaire, Bitfury CEO Brian Brooks, Coinbase CFO Alicia Haas, FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried, and Paxos CEO Chad Cascarilla, and Danelle Dixon, CEO of Stellar Development Foundation. And that's what Maxine Waters had stated as well. Then I want to end off this video with something exciting. TA is kind of hit or miss, and if you get a good TA guy, it's pretty impressive to watch how accurate they really are. But if not, I believe the rest is great entertainment all as well, because we know where we're headed anyway. But again, the XRP massive exponential fractal forms for the 2nd time in history. And as it shows on the charting, again, don't look. If you're driving or working, stay out of trouble, stay safe, no accidents. Come back and check this later. But again, they're showing the range, basically reaching up to potentially as high as 180, going into probably, I'm guessing, by the end of 2022, probably beginning of 2023, according to the little charting timeline right there. So I guess that actually falls directly onto the end of 2022. So that would be very exciting. And I'm sure if this starts playing out and people start seeing this kind of motion and this kind of a rise, I'm pretty sure that people would be very, very patient to even see those numbers. But again, I know a lot of people, when they start hitting 10, 25, 50, or even 100, they're good and they're not going to be greedy, and they're already moving out. So again, we'll see how this plays out. Remember, this is not financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. But as always, before we go, I want to leave you with a final thought. Do the right thing even when no one is looking. It's called integrity. Much love to each and every one of you, and to our VIP on Patreon Surfmeister. Thanks to all of you again, and we will catch you in the next one.